Familiar sight this, isn't it? Back four, all inside the box, two CDMs in front, a left mid, right mid, Cam ready to counter attack, and then a striker waiting to pounce. Okay, we know the setup. We know how a lot of players are going to set up. We can sit here, we can moan about it, we can beg EA to change, or we can do something about it. And that's the purpose of today's video. We're going to find the weakness, expose exactly what we're facing game after game after game, and beat it. Now, the first thing I'm going to address, and we are going to make our team purple today, is this back four. Okay, we've got a number 2, we've got a centre back, and left back. And a lot of people I see make this mistake. Oh, I can't have a number 1, can I? Do you know what? I am actually going to put our team out. Give me a second. And if you are looking to purchase any FC26 coins or points, then check out eldorado.gg. Not only do they have FC points and coins, they've also got other in-game currencies for other games. If you use promo code ALX, you get yourself an extra 5% off. The beautiful thing about Eldorado, it is safe and reliable, and the beautiful thing is you can check out the reviews from all the different sellers so you can feel rest assured that you're getting exactly what you paid for. I believe in Eldorado.gg, so should you. Check them out if you're looking for any in-game purchases, coins or points. Let's get back to the video. That's a bit better. I couldn't put out the first player with a number 1 on the shirt. We've gone with a typical 4-4-2, but we're going to move things about. Now, a lot of things that I see people do is they put inside forwards on. They've got a cam themselves. They've got a striker, and they literally pack out this space. And they even have 2 holding CDMs themselves sometimes, fullback staying back, and they get to this sort of situation. And they've got nowhere to move this ball because anywhere they move this ball, it's crowded. And they go with the inside forwards and it's crowded. So we're going to think about things a little bit differently here. And we're going to tactically set things up on this pitch and then take it on the pitch in FC26. So the first thing we're going to do is we're absolutely going to spread the width. So what this is going to do is when we've got the ball in the middle, if we knock this ball out wide, it's going to do one of 2 things. Either the fullback comes across or the CDM comes across. Very few times is this player going to move out of position and they're going to drag a wide player, but we can address that when it comes to it. So we're actually going to play with as much width as possible, and the sole point of these wide players is to drag and disrupt the opposition defense. Okay, now the problem is we've got really wide players here and then we've got massive gaps, so we're going to start to think about how we can fill it. So we need to think about what formation. Well, actually, we're going to put the players in and then it's going to dictate the formation. So I've actually got a bit of a plan here because what we want to do is get a player in this pocket. So we want to get this ball out wide. So if we do get the ball out wide, we could go down the line here and that could force the defender out, or we can go back here and then we can build up the play in some ways. So we want to get this ball out wide. That's going to be quite key in building up this attack. So we can go down here, drag the fullback out of position, but we want to keep a midfielder close by this particular player with the ball when we do go wide. So now we've got to think about where the rest of our team are. Now we do have to be conscious of the opponent as well. And I do actually think that having these fullbacks a little bit more advanced does 2 things. One, if we lose the ball, we can actually get on. So say we lose the ball to the fullback here. When this ball then goes to the advanced player, at least we've got a fullback that is close by. If this player is over here somewhere, they've got to actually travel forward. And by the time they do, it gives the winger space and time. A common mistake I see with fullback defend. So I think we are going to go for a setup where we get our fullbacks a little bit higher up. And we've got to think about the roles there. Now, I actually do think about this 10 as well. A lot of people are using 4-4-1-1, 4-2-3-1 wide, 4-2-1-3. So I think we do definitely need a CDM that's going to be sitting on this cam. We can deal with the striker with 2 centre backs. It's absolutely fine. That gives us a little bit of a freebie here in our number 8. So we could go centre mid this way. We've got a decision to make here. Effectively, what we want to do is be able to get the ball in these sort of situations and have players to run off of us. So we've got a couple of different things we can do here. I actually think in some ways having 2 CDMs. Now I would like to keep 1 player kind of central in the middle of the pitch. It's kind of forming a 4-3-3 variation 2, isn't it? And I did put out a 4-3-3 variation 2. So I kind of don't want to go to that. So we can think about the formation. Now, here we want to have some flexibility in movement. Want them to be able to drop side to side. What we don't want is just runs behind, because there is nowhere to get in behind. And again, I see a lot of players use advance forward attack and there's no space to run behind. So it's great for counter attacks, but it's not great for these sort of setups. And then when players play this way, they never actually change their tactics away from advanced forward attack. And then they wonder why they can't get the ball to strikers and score goals, etc. I'm actually going to think about this a little bit differently. I do want to do something a little bit crazy. And I do kind of feel that if we can drop a CDM on perhaps centre half here, we could really push out our centre backs. We could almost go into this sort of shape with the CDM sitting, centre backs kind of a bit wider, and then we can do something with these two. And I'm going to do something a little bit outrageous, because I actually think that what we want is two centre mids that are buzzing about. Shall we go a bit crazy? Could we go in and try inverted wing backs on attack, which apparently makes them shadow strikers? We've got these players that are literally going to buzz about, playmakers potentially on roaming, that are going to buzz about just looking for the ball. And when it goes out wide, they're going to buzz, which will create space then for this fullback just to waltz into this space. Now what? I've got a bit of a plan. Right, I think we're going to take it to the tactics screen. Right, I've had to think about this, and we're going to do it with the 4-2-3-1 wide. One, because I know a lot of you are using the 4-2-3-1 wide, and because with this combination of roles, I think I could be onto something. So we're going to go short passing, because we want the players to be looking for the ball to feet, especially with that roaming playmaker. And we're going to go high defensive approach. This is wrong. We need a full sign on attack. So we're going to go two inverted wing backs, but we're going to try the attack version. When asked to attack, the inverted wing back will act as a central shadow striker, helping in the final third. With build up, they're more of a central playmaker. So it'd be interesting to see the two differences there from what we have used in the past in previous tactics. We're going to go two wingers. And I think I'm going to go balanced, because we want them just to kind of spread the wide play and also not get pinned by fullback. Then we're going to go for a playmaker roaming, and that's going to be our buzzy player. Then we're going to go a deep line playmaker build up. So when there's space, they'll advance, hopefully filling that gap between defense and the attack. Then we're going to go a centre half. So basically going to create a 3 at the back. And you know what? I think I might even try a cheeky little wide back and see how that goes with two wide backs and then a centre half. So we've got the wide areas covered. We've got the central areas covered. We've got a kind of player that will advance forward if there's space. We've got this 3-pronged attack here. We've got wide players and we've got a roaming cam. This could be good. It could be terrible. And what better place than Division 2 to take this team into it? Let's see how Kobe Mainu, I've only really used him in the gauntlet. Let's see how he does as the centre half. Could be interesting. Probably Gerald would be better suited there, but we'll see. We'll give it a go. We will give it a go. So ideally, we want to be playing against a 4-4-1-1 or 4-2-3-1. One of those popular formations. It's a 4-2-3-1. There we go. Saliba, Van Dijk, Gravenberch and Reinders. Okay, we're looking at a very meta team. Nico Williams, Pateles and Hansen. And then, of course, we've got Claudia Pina. This is the sort of team we wanted. And in Division 2, as well. This has literally worked perfectly. So we can see how the testing phase goes. And whether we are actually... Oh, let's not concede a kickoff. How we get on. So again, remember, we just want to be here. This is just here to be wide. To spread the play and see how we go on. We want to get these fullbacks nice and wide and move this team about. You can see early doors. Oh, don't lose the ball there. Or we can see the advanced Charles there. We need to be careful how we lose the ball. That's something to really pay attention to. Wow, good save, Mamadashvili. Okay, we need to be careful how to lose the ball. But did you see how he defended, though? When he got the ball, it was straight away to kind of like sitting back. So again, these are kind of like the typical players that we play a lot of in Rivals and in Champs. This guy's on a bit of a win streak as well. Right, we need to actually get this ball right. So nice and wide. Let's get this fullback moving. Straight away to CDM, that's fine. See how we can build this up. There's our left back, nice and tucked in. Yeah, we want to get this ball out wide and expose the fullback. Here we go. This is the whole point of it. Look how Chuameka is coming. Look how he's moved here into these pockets. There's our build-up CDM. And we can get this ball out wide again. We don't want to get stuck narrow. Look, there we go. We can use it. There's Diouf going bombing forward. We have got a lot of movement here. There's my right midfielder. Penalty! Okay, there was a lot of movement in the box. You see how he didn't know where to track. That run by Diouf was crazy. Stevie G from the spot. Stevie G from the spot. We take that 11 minutes in. Obviously, we do want to take a closer look at the movement. I did find Chuameka was actually buzzing about a bit too aggressively in some ways. I felt like he was getting too close to the ball. That's what we want. The cam really close by. Now we can double up. Lovely by Charles. We've got to be careful though. We cannot lose the ball there. Let's have a look at Diouf on this side. There's the run by Diouf. Do you see the fullback? Look at Diouf. I haven't pressed L1. So, we've got Gerard. We've got Diouf. We've got Charles. We can see how now we are just literally got so many different passing options. Wanyeri. Bone exposed. Look how we can move this ball about. Oh, there's our deep line playmaker on build up. Lost it. Dolan, love that. Now, the wing backs do seem to be getting back very quick. Now, the whole point of this is to not get congested. So, do you see how we're using the wide players? He's going to think I'm going back. There's the support by Chuck. Gerard, get the ball to Bowen's feet. Now we expose 1-on-1. Little fidget spinning. Gerard. Okay, we are definitely getting more space than usual, which is nice. And actually, we haven't been that vulnerable to counterattacks. I know we're defending one now. Oh, that's a great through ball, to be fair. Yeah, good goal. Oh, no. Oh, of course. It's the Pina. It's the Claudia Pina. I feel like it's still my fault in the way I defended that, to be fair. Right. I think it's the playmaker. I don't think we need to have playmaker on roaming. I'm not going to lie. That's a nice little bit of roaming into the space. And Chuck, we love a little kickoff goal. Don't we? We love a little kickoff goal. Okay. That kind of makes up for the little rebound off the post. I'm not going to lie. Remember, we're playing a good opponent here. We have a tactic we have never used before that we literally just concocted a couple of minutes prior. Right, we want to spread this nice and wide. Remember, we're not looking for goals or assists. There's the support from Diouf. As he goes wide. Okay, Dolan did go a bit more central. I do like the build-up. CDM, definitely getting in good positions. Oh, look, we can hurt them now. Charles, be careful we lose the ball. Need to be careful how we lose the ball. And I'm not showing you a very good example about being careful. Look at Gerald straight back because it is 2 CDMs. I think that's why this is probably a better option than what I was going to do with the 4-3-3 because we do have 2 CDMs that will actually get back and they will have that desire. I love that, Kwanzaa. I do think we can experiment with the playmaker on roaming. Nice. Lovely. Wanyeri. Wide. Let's spread this team. Charles, Gerard. Look how wide Dolan is. So if we need to, we can create space by going wide, coming back central, and we made space for ourselves. And then we can hurt, and Bolan can do that. So the whole point of going out wide is to create space central. I'm not playing amazingly. I haven't really played a lot of the 4-2-3-1s. This is a bit out of my comfort zone. On DF, see what we got. Yeah, he's expecting me to go back, which actually means I probably could go byline there. I want to take a little bit of a closer look to the positions of my centre backs. That's poor defending by me. Yeah, just wait for the keep movement. Okay, it's poor for me. I lunged in far too aggressively. Okay. I kind of don't want to score a kickoff goal. I'm just going to keep the ball for a second. I wonder if we can just focus a little bit on the centre backs when we've got the ball, and whether we need to have that wide instruction. There's the run from the left back. Oh, really, Koundé? Yeah, we do seem a little bit exposed. I'm not sure if the wide is quite hitting the mark. There's the we just need to delay. Comes the Pina show. Not today. Right, let's get the ball out wide. Look for a little 1-2. That's nice. Let's go, Wanyeri. Oh, is he going to be able to escape? Ref. Pen ref. Ah. Don't know why I tried to fake shot around the keeper then. I think how you lose the ball is really key. I'm actually starting to think a few little tactical tweaks here. Maybe we don't need two inverted wing backs. I actually think we could do a little bit more of a solid job here. With a few little tactical tweaks. I feel like Diouf is getting forward on that side. But I don't really feel like Charles is just not in position. Not really getting forward. Not really being defensively solid. So I do think we can do something there. We are just going to make a little bit of a tweak. We are just going to actually... We're going to take off wide back. And we are just going to make a fullback on versatile. So we'll sometimes form a back three. Which means that we don't actually need another centre half. So if we go 2 deep line playmakers on build up, I'm actually going to change Chuameka to classic 10 but wide. And I'm going to keep the inverted wing back on attack for the left back. Okay, we're going to keep Diouf. We're going to see whether this makes a little bit of a difference now. Being a little bit more solid. First half was 2-2. See how we get on in second half. Let's not do that. Definitely not defend like that. Kwanzaa, we made... Okay. Wow. Okay, that was such bad... Look, that's not a tactic. That's on me. I don't know what that defending was. Okay. Ooh. Grav, good save. Mamadashvili trains with Gavin Birch every day. Knows what he can do. Feel like there's going to be some cheese going on here. Wow. I mean, we are massively, remember, outgunned team-wise. So there is that factor. So if we can, with a brand new tactic, then that'll be... I'll be happy with that. Oh, didn't get there. Whoa, where's the team? Lovely, Jamie Carragher. The way I've lost the ball in this game is shocking. Absolutely shocking. I haven't got started the second half. That's on me. The way I lost the ball there is absolutely criminal. Right, need to get the ball advanced up the pitch and then get the ball out wide. There we go. Now we can expose, and now we should have... There's Jard moving. There's Diouf moving. Oh, there's Kobe. Oh, there's Kobe. And actually, we are a little bit more solid at the back now. There's... Oh, look at that run by Nico. Oh my god, he's so quick. I mean, the speed there. Maybe we don't need to go such high depth. There are some things to tweak here for sure, but I see the potential in it. Like that chance there by Kobe, him being on, like having 2 CGMs on build up could be super nice here in chance creation. Again, we can go out wide, drag a player out. There's a CDM, and now all of a sudden we've got space. Go back out. This is what we want, to get these sort of situations. Overload. Oh, lovely. There we go. There's one back. He tried the offside trap. Ain't going to work, fella. Maybe he got a little bit desperate because the defence was being moved about. I don't know. Oh, Stevie G. And this team is like one of the best, probably meta gold teams you probably could get. Right, but we believe. We believe. When we've played well with it, once we've actually done what we want it to do with it, it's worked really nicely. Again, look, spreading the ball out wide. Some people think like getting the ball out wide just means cutback meta. It doesn't. It's to drag players out so they can't just all stay narrow. Good support by Stevie. There's Kobe. And when we get stuck here, we need to force this ball out wide. Look, we need to get him moving out wide. He's going to expect me to come back now so we can go byline. Now we can go byline, being a bit unpredictable. And there's Chuck. Oh, what has happened there? So sometimes he's expecting me to cut back every time I go wide. It's just varying up the play. We did get a good chance then. We didn't take it with Chook. Oh, Kwanzaa. Oh, no, not like this. Not like this. Good passion. Good passion, team. Nice. Get this ball out wide. Remember, the wide plays are just the cog. The great space in the middle. Nice play from the classic 10. Gerard Bowen. Oh, I would have liked Gerard to make a run there with the deep line playmaker on build-up. Maybe I should have sent him on a run. I would have liked Gerard to have exposed the space that was there. Definitely to be exposed. On Dolan. Good little run by the classic 10. Good little run by the classic 10. Let's go. We've fixed up from going 4-2 down. And we've actually started playing how we want to play with this. Nice. And I feel like we've been in control of the game, to be honest. We've had a lot. We've been interesting to see the stats at the end. Go, Bowen. Get the ball out wide again. Where's Dolan's run going to be with Chukwemeka? Oh, he stayed wide. I'm a bit disappointed he stayed wide there. I'm not going to lie. Oh, Diouf made a good run. Didn't find him. Mainu. Look at Diouf, left back. I'm not going to lie, that there was exactly what we wanted. Bang, bang, bang. But we created the space to be able to burst through the centre mid. That's probably my favourite attacking move. Didn't end in a goal. Oh, Copy! Copy has scored. What a hit that is. What a hit that is. Wow. No. That little guess from where Pina was going to go. This is what I don't like about the new kickoff. Because I'm having to defend with my defenders. Because it's... I just don't like where the position of the players are. Ref. It's just frustrating. This is why I need James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse, this is an absolute free goal. Right. See if we can get a winner. No, I'm going to give us Diouf. Oh, no, we're not. Bowen, let's go. I definitely think, I know it's from a free kick, that one, but having those wide players keeping the width and not coming central is absolutely giving the opponent something to think about. We don't concede the kickoff. It's definitely giving the opponent something to think about. Look, he can't control his midfield here. There's absolutely no way he can control his midfield. Oh, wide up press through ball there. I'm like this. Not like this. Not like this. Oh. I still think the goals I've conceded have been on my defending. Jeez. Nice win. Being a little bit too predictable the way I'm cutting back, though, I will say. Oh, no. This could be heartbreak. This could be heartbreak. There we go. We escape. 6-all, but I don't really feel like that. Well, I feel like there were times that this was working. Remember, this is the first time that we tried this particular tactic. Let's have a look at the stats then. 63% possession. Expected goals was a lot higher. We had over double the passes. But the way, I'm not going to lie, the way I defended in that game was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. But I feel like there's potential here. Now, I'm not saying this is like a bulletproof tactic. Remember, bulletproof tactics get into the Alexion's lab. His tactics lab. The only ones that I've absolutely certified and verified as go and give it a go. But what I want you to think about, and the purpose of this video, is to think if you are being stuck if you're playing against this kind of stubborn back four and 2 CDMs, try something a bit different. I think these wingers have definitely got potential. I think the inverted wing back, if I was, the next time I use this, I'm definitely going to do this instead. I think this was the much better, oh no, we had classic 10. I feel like this was when we played our best FC, or not right back, like this, where we had kind of like a back three. Minu and Gerald were popping up in little spaces. Chuk was all over the place. The wingers held wide nicely. And I felt like Diouf and Bowen were finding moments. I actually want to test that again. You know what? Come back tomorrow and we're going to... Let me know what you think. I want to see if you can have a little bit of a play. And if anyone thinks they crack a setup like this, you need to post the tactics in the comment section. And I'll pick one that definitely perks my interest. And we'll give it a go for a testing tactics video. But I hope you enjoyed something a little bit different. And you're trying to learn. Actually, we can try and break things down. We know how a lot of players are going to play. So let's try something different. And try and experiment and see what we can come up with. Hit that like button if you did enjoy, sub if you're new and want to see more FC26 content. Have fun on the virtual pitch, and I'll see you very soon.